back pretty baby where you used to be, 'cause I love it. Don't you know I love it?
It's 2 in the afternoon.
Don't you know I love it?
Keep the faith, internet radio. The home for great soul, lost soul in Motown. This is Friday afternoon.
And now on Keep the Faith Internet Radio, we take a stroll down the Soul Avenue. And here's your host, Bob Hutchins.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome along to Friday Afternoon Soul Avenue here on Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Got a packed 2-hour show for you this afternoon. All the usual things in hour 2. We've got requests from Lardy and Barry Pullett down in Slough. And I tell you, so much going on at the moment. Yep, got a busy weekend ahead next weekend. I'll tell you more about that during the show. And not quite a full complement of shows. Yes, we have got a full complement of shows tonight. Butty follows me at 4 o'clock, Terry Shaw at 6, and the two Daves, Dave Bransgrove, Dave Dunnett, standing in for Mickey G, who is away at the moment. So, without further ado, let's get going, shall we? Gonna kick off with the Preludes and Shiggy Diggy. There you go. Oh, wrong one. You spoke too soon, buddy. I turned the wrong button off. There we go. That was the Preludes and Shiggy Diggy, which was an A-side release on Hartham Records from 1966, with Deeper Than That on the B-side, arranged by Randolph and Faith and composed by Ig Draysill. Yes. Oh dear, look who's walked in.
Cooley Bobbykins, I'm here.
Afternoon, Butty, how are you?
Well, what a day I've had. I went down to the travel agents to book a holiday for me and Kath. The woman behind the counter asked had I been abroad before. I gave her an indignant look and said, no, I've always been a bloke.
Our legends don't keep the faith in it, radio.
Song number 2, Soul Brother 6, What You Got?
I don't know just what to do. You know you really make me feel alright now, baby, baby.
Yeah, shame they put that on the B-side, really. What You Got, in brackets, is So Good For Me. It was the Soul Brothers 6, and the A-side was called Drive, released June or July of 1969 on Atlantic Records, composed by Charles Armstrong. You're listening to Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Keep up to date with what's happening on Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Join our Facebook group or go to our website, keepthefaithinternetradio.co.uk.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
Keep the faith in the radio.
Here's the fabulous Little Ann, Deep Shadows. Little Ann and Deep Shadows. Now, it was an unissued 1966 recording that came out on a Kent CD by Ace Records in 1998. The single released on Deep Soul label 29th of January 2016.
Man, this station's cool. Real cool.
Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Darling, you send me.
Yeah, that was Sam Cooke here on Keep the Faith with You Send Me, released on Keen Records in September of 1957, composed by L.C. Cooke, his brother. Billboard magazine reviewed it on the 9th of September 1957. It was also issued as a 78 RPM as well. It entered Billboard's Hot 100 on the 21st of October and peaked at number 1. And it reached number 1 also on the R&B chart. Here in the UK, it came out on London Records in November of 1957. Reached number 29 on the 23rd of January 1958. And that was its only week that it spent in the charts. How amazing is that? Now, apparently, according to Sonny Bono, Art Roop fired Sam Cooke from Specialty Records after his first release for the label did less than expected, and the follow-up disc he submitted to the label, You Send Me, failed to impress him when he heard it. After severance pay, he gave the master to Cooke, and of course then it came out on the Keen record label. Good afternoon to Lardy up there in Loughborough. You're listening to Friday Afternoon Soul Avenue here on Keep the Faith Internet Radio. That was Jimmy Reed and the original Baby, What You Want Me to Do, released on VJ Records in November 1959, composed by Jimmy himself. Billboard reviewed it 16th of November 1969. The song covered by Presley, Etta James, Chuck Berry and the Everly Brothers. Top Rank released it here in the UK in April of 1960.
Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
And now, 2 tunes from 1970 onwards.
Starting with this one from Arthur Adams, You Got the Floor. There you go, that was Arthur Adams and You Got the Floor, released on RCA Victor Records, oh, excuse me, here in the UK in 1981, produced by Bernie Hamilton, who co-composed it with Arthur Adams. You're listening to Friday Afternoon Soul Avenue. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Here's Sheila Anthony from 1970, Living in Love. Sheila Anthony and Living in Love, which was the B-side to Woman on Buttercup Records from February 1970. Arranged and produced by Teddy Randazzo. It was composed by Teddy Randazzo and Victoria Pike. Now, the track itself was copyrighted on the 10th of October 1969, and Record World reviewed the A-side Woman to Woman on the 28th of February 1970. They described the A-side Woman to Woman as sounding fine. Well, that's it. Good afternoon to Pete Schofield, who is back on air here on Keep the Faith Internet Radio between 10 and 11 o'clock this coming Sunday morning. So our shows start earlier this coming Sunday, which is probably a good time to tell you that I am not on the radio next weekend at all. That's because I'm away up at Llandudno for the long weekend. So there won't be a pre-recorded show on the Friday because I've got to do a pre-recorded show for my local station for the Saturday afternoon. And so no show from me Friday or Sunday next week. So the requests that I've already got for my next two shows for Lardy will be in 2 weeks' time. You're listening to Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Lumpy Papa Tunes, Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue.
This one needs no introduction, and no, it's not Tony Blackburn. Doris Troy, I'll Do Anything, in open and closed brackets, He Wants Me to Do, released on Cameo Parkway Records here in the UK on the 11th of February 1966, composed by Doris Payne, Doris Troy herself, Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff. Doris, of course, went on to record for Apple Records in the late 60s. Good afternoon to Dave Bransgrove down there in Newquay. Hope your weather's as good as ours, Dave.
Your day sounds better with
Keep the Faith Internet Radio, your home for great soul, Northern Soul and Motown.
The best radio station on the planet.
September Jones and No More Love, the B-side to I'm Coming Home, released on Cap Records in January 1967, composed by Jack Ashford and Andrew Mike Terry. No UK issue of that one. Go forward to 1969, the Montclairs and Hey You, Don't Fight It. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Okay, that was the Montclairs and Hey You, Don't Fight It, released on Arch Records, January 1969, composed by Keith Fry and Phil Perry, and distributed by Stax Records.
This is the #1 internet radio station. Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Queen!
Yeah, that was the Delights and Lover on Cuppy Records from November 1964, produced by Sonny Casella and composed by Tommy Keith. Set you back with about £5 apparently, that record. Too dear for me. On your radio, it's
For the very best and soul, Northern Soul and Motown. Keep the faith, Internet Radio. Radio. Fabulous Northern Soul. Great Motown. Stunning soul. Keep the faith, Internet Radio.
okay. Time for this.
The Motown Double Play on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Okay, the original is a Wake Up Crying track 2 on the A side of their album Naturally Together, released on the Soul label in October 1970, composed by Burt Bacharach and Hal David.
We play just the best songs. And now, here's another great tune.
This is Chuck Jackson, I'll Fight, in brackets, till I win your love. Yeah, I think that has to be one of my favourite Motown tunes from Chuck Jackson. I'll Fight Till I Win Your Love. Track 2 on the B-side of his album Teardrops Keep Falling on My Head, released on the VIP label in 1970. You're listening to Friday Afternoon Soul Avenue.
Cool Bobbykins, I'm here.
Afternoon, Butty. How are you?
Here's Roger and the Gypsies. Pass the Hatchet, Part 1.
Pass on the hatchet, baby.
Here you go, Roger and the Gypsies, Pass the Hatchet, Part 1, the A-side on 7B Records from 1966, composed by Earl Oropesa, Ray Theriot and Roger Leon Jr. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. You're tuned into Friday Afternoon Soul Avenue. Welcome along. There's Garland Green. It rained 40 days and nights. I think that's the forecast for Scotland now. There you go, that was Garfield Green Jr., better known as Garland Green. It rained 40 days and nights, B-side on Gamma Records from 1967, produced by Joshi Armstead and Mike Terry, and composed by Joshi herself. Gamma Records, a subsidiary of Giant Enterprises Inc., we're in Chicago, Illinois. Good afternoon to Monday to Thursday presenter Roger Jackson.
Friday afternoon, so I'll keep the faith internet radio. Keep the faith internet radio.
This is Laurie and Lance. I don't have to worry. There you go, Laurie and Lance, I don't have to worry. An A-side, B-side to All I Want Is You on Federal Records from 1969, composed by J.B. Ledbetter. I suppose I need to take advantage down the south of today, because I believe the weather for the next 3 days is going to cool down, and then it's going to get hot down the south again. So this does appear to be a bit of a north-south divide at the moment with that. Let's hope it's nice where you are. Let's just keep the faith, Internet Radio. Welcome along. Here's Emil Griffith and Going, Going, Gone.
Cool Bobbykins, I'm here.
Afternoon, Butty.
Cool Bobbykins, I'm here.
Here on Keep the Faith Internet Radio, that was Emil Griffith, Going, Going, Gone, released on Tangerine Records from March of 1968, composed by D. Irwin. Can't believe this hour is almost up. Another hour to come, of course. Marty Lewis from 67, I Can't Do It Without You. Yeah, Marty Lewis, I Can't Do Without You on Big Deal Records out of New Orleans from 1967, composed by Isaac Bolden. I can just about fit one more in this hour. Here's Joe Jammer, My Life. Yeah, My Life was the double A side with Sleep Late, My Lady on Optimum Records from 1969, composed by Joe Perales Jr. Joe Jammer, of course.
Now things are different, 'cause now you're my wife, and we'll live a happy.
The current time is 3 p.m.
Welcome back to hour 2 of Friday Afternoon Soul Avenue. Another hour of great soul tunes, including requests from Barry Pallet and Lardy. plus the 2 Motown tunes and the 2 from the 1970 onwards.
This is Friday afternoon.
And we're going to get our 2 underway with a little bit of Clifford Curry. Ain't No Danger. Clifford Curry, Ain't No Danger, the B-side to I Can't Get a Hold of Myself, released on Elf Records in April 1968, produced by Buzz Cason, composed by Clifford Curry and Robert Galbraith. Billboard magazine reviewed it on the 13th of April. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Coy Bobbykins, I'm here.
Afternoon, Bertie. How are you?
Well, what a day I've had.
There you go, the Fuller Brothers and Don't Knock Me, B-side to Let Me Love You, released initially on Soul Clock Records in July 68, nationally a month later in the August on Bell Records, composed by Erskine Fuller and Major Fuller. Not minor.
It's request time.
Oh, my old man's a dustman.
It's time for Barry Pallett's requests.
Blimey trousers, and he lives in the council.
Yes.
Coy Bobbykins, I'm here.
Afternoon, Bertie. How are you?
Well,
Yeah, 3 great tunes, starting with this one from George Jackson, My Desires Are Getting the Best of Me.
Putting the heart into soul music. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Yeah, 3 absolutely fantastic tunes there from Barry Pallet down in Slough. I think you'll agree, definitely deserves one of these. Yeah, big boom for Barry. So what were the 3 tunes? Let me tell you. Kicked off with George Jackson and My Desires Are Getting the Best of Me, which was the B-side to Find 'Em, Fool 'Em and Forget 'Em, on Fame Records, released in July 1969, produced by Rick Hall, composed by George himself, along with Raymond Moore. Billboard magazine reviewed it 19th of July, and it was also released here in the UK on the 15th of August on Capitol Records. Song number 2, that was James Carr, These Ain't Raindrops, taken from the album. It was in fact track 6 on the A-side of You Got My Mind Messed Up, released by Goldwax Records in 1967, produced by Quinton Claunch, who co-composed it with Rudolph Russell, and Quinton also composed it. Now, it was also put as the B-side to Love Somebody, a single released on Goldwax in the March of 1969. UK edition of the album was released on Stateside Records in 1967. The third one, and final one, that of course was Edgar Campbell and Ernie Johnson, Eddie and Ernie, and Standing at the Crossroads, B-side to Hiding in the Shadows on Buddha Records from August 1971, produced by Hadley Morell, arranged by Ray Jackson, and composed by Eddie and Ernie along with Pete and James. I want to say good afternoon to Woozle down in Arundel, Soulful Sue up there in Kettering. Now, Sue made her solo debut this week. If you haven't heard it, then head on over to Mixcloud. Soulful Sue's Classic Hour. There's a great mix of everything on there: soul, northern soul, Motown, bit of ska, rocksteady, the whole caboodle. You'll love it. Just go and have a listen. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Coy Bobbykins, I'm here.
Lumpy, Pop Hutchins, Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue. Avenue.
Donna King and Take Me Home. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. That was Donna King and Take Me Home, an A-side on Hotline Records from 1966, arranged by Wardell Kazerke and composed by Raymond Washington. That one will set you back £3,500 at least. No UK issue of that. Next on Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue. This is Roy Lee Johnson and his band Boogaloo number 3. Roy Lee Johnson and his band Boogaloo number 3, the A-side on Josie Records, released in November of 1966, produced by Wendell Parker, composed by Roy Lee Johnson himself. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Great soul music, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's request time.
Watch out. It's the Foxes' threesome, as chosen by Lardy.
She's gonna fool you one day. Every smiling face. Internet radio. I know I've done you wrong. Now, baby. Come on.
Yeah, 3 cracking tunes from Lardy this afternoon.
Soul and more soul. For the very best soul music, lock on to Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Yeah, what an absolute cracking 3 as well. Definitely matched Barry's there. Yes, boom for Lardy as well. So the 3 from Lardy this afternoon, we kicked off with the Persuaders and Thin Line Between Love and Hate, an A-side release on Echo Records from July 1971, produced by the Poindexter Brothers, arranged by Richard Poindexter and Arif Mardin, composed by the brothers Richard and Robert along with Jackie members. It entered Billboard's R&B chart on the 14th of August 1971, reached number 1. It also reached number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100, the UK edition on Atlantic Records released on the 5th of November the same year. Then we move on to song number 2, Wilson Pickett and I'm Sorry About That. B-side to Funky Broadway on Atlantic Records from July 1967, produced by Jerry Wexler and composed by the late great Bobby Womack. UK issue on Atlantic Records, released on the 1st of September 1967. Song number 3, Jackie Wilson, Lonely Teardrops, as we take you all the way back to October 1958 on the Brunswick label. It was the A-side, produced and arranged by Dick Jacobs, composed by Berry Gordy Jr. and Tyran Carlo. Billboard magazine reviewed it 27th of October. It was also issued as a 78 RPM by Brunswick, catalogue number 55105. UK issue, the 7-inch, released on Coral Records in the November of 1958. You're listening to Keep the Faith Internet Radio. This is Lee Moses.
Coy Bobbykins, I'm here.
Depending what copy you've got of that, whether it's the stock copy or the promo, they both say different things. So the promo released January 1967 as Lee Moses and the Disciples, in brackets, Reach Out For Me they had on the label, with Day Tripper on the B-side, released in January 1967, produced by Johnny Brantley, composed by Brian Holland, Lamont Dozier and Edward Holland Jr. Now, of course, the title should have been Reach Out, I'll Be There. When the stock copies came out, they actually dropped the Disciples, didn't give them credit. just had it down as Lee Moses, and they amended the spelling mistakes of the title. There you go. This is Friday Afternoon Soul Avenue.
Coy Bobbykins, I'm here.
The best music on the best station.
This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
And now, 2 tunes from 1970 onwards.
Kicking off with this one from 1970, it's The Presidents, For You. That was the first of our 2 tunes from 1970s onwards. And For You by The Presidents, released in the States on Sussex Records in May of 1970, produced, arranged and composed by Van McCoy, with Billboard reviewing it on the 16th of May. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Little Sonny from the same year, The Creeper returns. Little Sonny with The Creeper returns, A-side on Enterprise Records from March of 1970, composed by Willie Aaron.
Soul music on, keep the faith, internet radio. Bob Hutchins for great soul music on, keep the faith, internet radio.
Here on Keep the Faith, this is Jackie Ross and Who Could Be Loving You? Jackie Ross and Who Could Be Loving You, the B-side to Don't Change Your Mind on Fountain Records from July 1969, composed by Willie Hutch.
The Motown Double Play on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
That was the Marvelettes there and Paperboy, which was an unissued recording from 1962 that was put on the B-side to You're the One, released on Tamla Records 4th of April 1966, composed by Smokey Robinson and Janie Bradford. The UK edition on Tamla Motown, released 27th of May 1966. Second Motown tune from 1963, Amos Milburn, It's a Long, Long Time.
But I finally got you off my mind.
Just want to say good afternoon to Mickey G. It'd be great to meet up with you again, Mickey, in a week's time. That was Amos Milburn, It's a Long, Long Time. Track 6 on the B-side of his album The Return of the Blues Boss, released on Motown Records in July 1963, composed by Jesse Cryer. Don't forget, coming up at the top of the hour here on Keep the Faith, it's Nutty Butty's Friday Drive Time Soul. Apparently he smells nice, he's just had a shower. Here's the Electric Flag, Soul Searching. Yeah, that was the Electric Flag and Soul Searching, taken from the album An American Music Band, released on Columbia Records in November 1968. The album was brought out in March of 69 by CBS in the UK, and Soul Searching was the B-side to Sunny, as a single released on the 28th of January 69, Columbia, US, 14th of March, CBS, UK. It's the Cautions and No Other Way. Scully showers fully clothed, he says, but of course then to keep them dry he has to use an umbrella. There you go, the Cautions on Friday afternoon, Soul Avenue. No Other Way, released on the Shrine label, 1966, produced and composed by Eddie Singleton, even. Yes, from Washington DC, that grip. This is the Esquires finishing off this afternoon with Why Can't I Stop? Released in Chicago there on Bunky Records, here on Keep the Faith Internet Radio, the Esquires and Why Can't I Stop? An A-side released in April of 1968, produced by Bill Shepherd, arranged by Tom Tom Washington, and composed by Milton Edwards and Gilbert Mora.
Our legends don't keep the faith in
Well, sadly, that brings us to the end of Friday afternoon Soul Avenue. We've got 3 more great shows for you. 3 more great shows for you coming up this evening. Butty takes over next with Friday Soul Afternoon. No, Friday afternoon. Friday drive time show. Anyway, whatever it is. Good Lord. Couldn't get that right. And that's followed by Terry Shaw at 6 o'clock, and then Dave Bransgrove and Dave Dunnett take over covering for Mickey G at 7 o'clock. Well, a big thank you to Lardy and Barry for some absolute cracking requests this afternoon. Friday afternoon Soul Avenue will be back in 2 weeks' time. Have a great weekend, folks. Hopefully see some of you on Sunday.
Friday afternoon Soul Avenue has been a Bob Hutchins radio production for Keep the Faith Internet Radio.